Hi, my name is Ava Faulkner, and my project is on the Jackson 5. My MBTI is an SP, Sensing and Perceiving. My ESFP temperament check is fun and happy-go-lucky. The Jackson 5 family were extremely talented and gifted, but they seemed to be a very unhappy family. I was curious why Michael Jackson had many leader qualities but became just a lonely, reclusive introvert. According to Michael Jackson's 1988 book Moonwalk, Tito took his father's guitar without his permission. Joe was really angry and insisted that Tito showed him what he could do with the guitar. Joe was shocked. It gave Joe the idea to form a group with his offspring. The Jacksons were founded in 1963 in Gary, Indiana, by brother Jackie, Tito, and Jermaine, which later added Marlon and Michael. It changed the name of the band to the Jackson 5. Joe, the father, became the manager. Michael remembered his father sitting in a chair with a bell in his hands, watching his sons rehearse. If they messed up, he was ready to punish them. Joe Jackson's temperament was probably an SP type, because he was creative, loved changes, and new situations. He was very strict and enforced long rehearsals. Michael was afraid of his abusive father. He told Oprah Winfrey once that he was so scared of his father that it would cause him to vomit when he saw him. Joe Jackson's ENTJ-type personality was not a warm and supportive father. He had more of an architectural personality and was ruthless in the way he sought stardom for his children. When he made the comment to Michael that his nose was too big, it may have long-lasting effects on Michael's delicate self-esteem. Each Jackson had their own roles in determining the success of the group. They have their own mission statement, despite the commitment as a family to succeed. They inspire each other. Joe Jackson had one goal for his son, and that was success. That was no actual agreement of sorts, but the end goal needed no clarifications. Joe Jackson was the supreme leader. I guess you could call it a behavior agreement. Behave as I tell you, do as I say. The Jacksons had accountability and they had responsibility. They had to account for their part of the performance, and they had to be responsible for the success of the family. In the group, they shared commitments and rewards, and everyone in the group were equally responsible for its success. Although their father probably didn't acknowledge their achievements, They were rewarded with adoring fans, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and were inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In 1973, Michael fired Joe as his manager, and in 1983, the rest of the Jackson Sons did the same. The Jacksons never broke up the band per se, but they did begin solo careers. As they aged, they were no longer these little cute boys, but grown men. The appeal of them as kids disappeared. Now each became an adult heartthrob and also became very independent of each other. The Jackson 5 were a hugely successful family business. The father, Joe Jackson, was the motivator. He was a brilliant promoter, a businessman. Joe used his inspiration to inspire the sons to do their best. He took each son's abilities and used their abilities to make the group exceptional. The agreement he had with the son was to do as he said. The agreement was ruled by fear, not inspiration. Each son was accountable for his position in the group, no exceptions allowed. Their acknowledgement came mostly from love of their fans and success, but probably not from the father. I don't think the father used the elements of renewal. A good example of that is that as they got older, they no longer had the same ambitions and goals, and consequently, they choose their own paths. It is obvious that they matched their goal. They practiced and worked very hard to become the most successful singing group in the world. Each brother became a success in his own right, but each brother paid his own price for the success and suffered the aftermath of a very abusive father and cooling schedules that left them with no childhood memories of free time, soccer games, and school friends.